Alright, the motor's out. Transmission. The hardest part so far, motor mount bolt was spinning inside the rubber mount. Not on this side, but the other side. Had to use a smoke wrench to cut it from underneath, and all the hot fire pellets just land on you. So, not too bad. Only got burnt a few times. We just got to get it stripped. Just got to keep going, chiseling at it. It's gonna be a fun day. I was able to get the body mounts loose. They were rotting together. Had used a smoke wrench to persuade them. They're gonna need to be replaced or repaired. If you look down there, you can see where I had to cut them. The parts there, believe it or not, when you take the bolts out, they're just rotting together. They didn't want to come apart. Looks like we're down to the frame, the axles and the leaf springs. Maybe a few small bolt-on mounts, shock mounts, and some brake holders. Let's see. Got the exhaust, the funky hydro assist for the high boy, all off in a pile, all in one part. Some bins, some carpet. And the transfer case. I drove this in the shop yesterday. I'm gonna do some cleanup and I'll do a final quickie video after that. We'll see you then. Like we're finally getting somewhere. Got the motor mounts off, shock mounts off, they were bolted on, brake line holders, springs, shackles, everything there. That's the front. Come around to the rear. I got everything dropped out. I got them bolts loose where they bolt to the hangers, but these are quite seized. They may take a little while. May have to persuade them with some heat. Get out the smoke wrench. Almost got it to a bare frame. I don't know if there's anything left that's bolted to it here in a little bit. I will check in with you then. All right, here's where we're at. Not a lot of trouble getting front springs off. The rear ones are seized. I got the nuts loose, but I gotta do some cutting there. Don't want to tear nothing up. A lot of work on the frame, but it is 50 years old. And brought the motor, transmission, transfer case back in. Now the cold, the cover blew off, so I'll store them here until I can find a better place. All right, we'll see what we can get done in the next video. Also wanted to mention, this is Sunday, 1 o'clock. I drove this thing in here 4 o'clock Friday evening. Got a lot done over the weekend. Hope to do a whole lot more coming soon. All right, the objective tonight, cut them 4 rivets off that shackle bracket, that spring bracket. 4 on that one's bent. 4 on there as well. Gonna try to get these bad cab mounts off. have time to do anything else. Problem is, these are all rivets. Fun to get out, torch, and grinding. We'll see what we can do. Alright, left front cab mount, left rear cab mount off. Right front cab mount, right rear cab mount. And the fun part, the right front spring hanger and the right rear spring hanger. Left rear spring hanger, left front spring hanger. And man, that was like 32 rivets, and they were not fun to get off. Had to wash them off with a torch, sledgehammer, grinder with a big punch. So that is it. Here is rear cab mount, front cab mount, front cab mount, and there's the spring for the hangers. Getting down to where I'm running out of stuff to do, they'll have to go to the powder coat, or I'm sorry, sandblasting shop soon and prep it for powder coat. Alright, here's the frame after I spent about an hour with the power washer, or I'm sorry, steam Jenny at 220 degrees. Cleaned it the best I could, get the scum, the mud, the tar, 50 years worth of whatever off of it. I got some work to do to clean up on the frame, but I wanted to get it to the sandblasting shop by the end of the week. I think I did all I need to do, or all I want to do, to get it there. And these front corners and braces were covered in grease and just crud, and the boxed in areas were a little bit full, and down in the center crossbar it looked like it maybe had some tar, who knows from what. I think I got it about 90% clean. We'll have it to the sandblast shop. I'm supposed to go pick up some parts this weekend. Looks like I'm gonna get the parts truck picked up Saturday, and probably the Dana 60 axle I found high pinion for the 78, 79 model. So excited about that. We will see you in the next video. Check this out. 2:30 Saturday. Dana 60 rear axle. Dana 60 front axle. High pinion. But this is also out of a 78, 79 250 camper special. It's a rare axle. Been hunting it for this project, so excited to have these. Tore the tailgate latch off my truck, messing around, that bites. Well, I will see what else we can track down. Maybe Taylor's bill for a rear axle. I just wanted to note, these axles are hard to find, but they come from Buckner, Illinois. So it seems like a lot of places I'm having to travel to get all the pieces I want for this build. So I'll keep you updated. I'm gonna do a map with some pins on it when it's all over to see where I gathered parts. It'll be fun. All right, got this thing set up. We're gonna try to clean up some of the welds, flatten some high spots, get rid of stuff like that, weld holes up, low spots, crack there, more stuff to clean up over here, and lots to clean up on the sides. We will see what we can get done. Have a couple hours to deal with it today. See what happens. All right, I got about 3 hours in cleaning up any high spots around the bolt holes where it could crack. Cleaning up the cross member where the factory welds weren't smooth. Come down the side, I tried to sand all the holes. Got that mount clean, that mount clean, all that garbage off. Come over to this side. I got all that really nasty stuff off this side. I gotta straighten a few things. And all the way down this side, all the way up, back to the front on the other side. I plan on welding that up, cutting that off, welding all that up, and them spots all in the front. So I think on the next video, I'm gonna try to straighten this spot, clean up some of the holes. There's a couple cracks. Straighten it right there. Straighten it there, look for any other bent spots. Also, I took the shock mounts off the back, inside, outside, and also right there is where the recline mount went for the rear. So, looks like in the next video, we're gonna try to straighten it, and then I gotta flip it over and inspect the bottom of the frame, and hopefully can get it to the blast shop. Unfortunately, Ford closed down for a week, so I'm told, and they sent a whole bunch of stuff to sandblast to the shop that I use in New Albany. So we'll see what we can get done. After cleaning up, I forgot to show the parts. There's the left and right rear shock mount, the rear frame mount for the rubber brake line to the axle mount, and some stuff I cut off there. And did a bunch of grinding. There's my cleanup pile, Christmas tree. All right, I might not get back to it for a few days because Christmas is in a few days, but we'll see what we can do in the next video.